what you're doing, and it's fine, is that you're basically promoting the kind of original agenda of fitness.
I have the most revolutionary diet in the history of the freaking world. And you're saying I'm copying, and you're making people fast. You're the copier. Coach Gregg, and today I am going to be responding once again to Gregg O'Gallagher, who made a part 2 now. Why Gregg Doucette, that's me, is wrong. Seriously, bro. Part 2. So I'm responding to part 2. I'm going to play the video. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to respond. Maybe he makes better points this time. Maybe not. Hopefully he learns something. And hopefully I don't lose my mind going insane watching him spew nonsense about me. Because in part 1 he said everything wrong. Nothing made sense. At least watch some of my videos before you make a friggin' debate with me about it. I mean, let's just get right into this. Okay, first off, I'm not going dizzy this time because he at least listened to me and he's now not freaking out with the camera and he's holding it steady. He's not doing laps around the kitchen this time. He's still, so that's better. First point was he never mentioned about the whole body fat percent, which was the whole point of the video I'd done in the first place. So he did a DEXA scan. It was like 6% body fat. He wanted to get to 5. I said, no, you're not 6. You're closer to 9 or 10.
Sure, you can find some guy that got 3% on a DEXA, but you can also find a guy that's shredded that got 12%. It's all over the place.
So he said 1 to 2% off. So maybe he's 8. He said maybe. He's higher than 8. And he said, we stretch it to 9. Okay, DEXA scan can be off 4%. So if he's 6, he can be 10. And then he goes and says, I seen this guy and he showed up and he was 3% on the DEXA, but he was really 12%. That's 9% off. So let's admit this. The DEXA scan is a guess. Not as good as my laser vision analysis of body fat. The DEXA scan is a guess. So if he wants to be 6%, 5%, 4%, 3%, 0% on the DEXA, that's perfectly fine.
Chill, I'm just sharing what I got on the DEXA scan, okay?
We can't knock him for saying, hey guys, I'm 6% on the DEXA scan. It's just I want to point out that just because a DEXA scan says you're a certain percent body fat doesn't mean you are. So not knocking him there. He said he was 6.1 on the DEXAs, trying to get 5 on the DEXA. That doesn't mean he's actually that ripped. You can't fault him for saying he's 6% on the DEXA if he's 6% on the DEXA. So, you know, I can't knock him there.
So I've done the bod pod and I got 4.8%, and I wasn't even as lean as I was when I did the 6.1%.
So it just shows that the bod pod's a guess. Everything is a guess, okay? I did one of those stupid tests where you stand on it, hold the machine, and analyze your body fat. And I had cross-striated glutes. I was freaking mind-blowing shredded, and I had 11.4%. And I was just after a show. Like, peel, way leaner than now. Way leaner. Somebody else got on it and was like 4%. He wasn't even in contest shape. He was probably, 8, 9, like quite lean, but he had 4. Just shows these machines are stupid. Just ask. Don't ask. No. Do not send me pictures saying, what body fat am I? No more. I get 50 to 100 of these a day. I don't have time for this. My laser vision is worth money. Okay? You have to pay me to give a body fat analysis. Okay? Just don't send me it anymore. Think of it. I paid lots of $4,000+ to get my laser eye surgery to be able to test people's body fats through my vision. Okay? It's a very rare procedure. So don't expect it for free. Okay? Simple. Pay me, please.
Now, the other thing I need to address, of course, is that I was wrong to assume that Gregg Doucette just eats chicken breast and broccoli.
Of course I don't. He says, he just assumed that was the case because I had commented on his 240 calorie Rice Krispie Square. And it's not the fact that he ate a Rice Krispie Square. You can have that on your diet. You can have that on my diet every single day. All men, not the women. They eat less. But the fact is he broke a fast with it. And it was like, it just didn't make sense how he set up his diet. His calorie intake and what he eats in general is not horrible. I mean, it's not good, but it's not like the worst I've seen. I mean, he gets enough protein. That's about the only thing that's good about it.
Most people that eat very, very boring, brutal diets, they mess up every third, fourth day and they overeat and they have a really hard time staying lean for life.
Totally agree with Gregg here. And so it's true. You shouldn't be overly strict. So, I mean, I'm on the same page as him on this. The only main difference is the fasting part where he goes so long without eating and then he eats this big meal and then he's like, yeah, you know, I like eating a big meal because if I eat small meals, I'm just starved. That's because you're skipping all these meals and then you're trying to make up for it and your body tries to make you make up for it. So when you're like, wow, every time I eat, I want to eat 1,200 calories or more, some people, it's because if you only eat once or twice a day, of course you're going to want to eat a lot. Your body needs you to eat a lot because we all need a certain amount of calories to live. So the bottom line here, if you're trying to lose weight, you need to be in a deficit. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's just my method is, in fact, losing weight while maintaining or building muscle mass to the best of your ability. Now, they keep saying I say to eat 5 and 6 meals a day, and my plans are all these small meals every 2 to 3 hours. Why do people keep saying this? I never eat 6 meals a day. So when you say 5 or 6, say 4 or 5, because that's how many times I eat a day. It's not 5 or 6. I never eat 6 meals a day. I just don't, okay? So don't say 5 or 6. I eat 4 or 5. So switch the language to what it's the truth. I eat 4 or 5 meals a day. Is that horrible? I'm trying to maximize muscle tissue. If you don't give two poops about maximize muscle, you just want to be pretty lean. You don't care about having that extra 3 or 4 pounds of muscle on your body. You're cool with being 90% the best you. There's nothing wrong with that. Then eat 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, whatever. If you want to be your best you, eat 4 or 5 meals a day.
But it also makes me wonder, why is he freaking out about a Chipotle bowl?
And it's not that I'm freaking out over the Chipotle bowl. It's the fact that he's bragging about he gets to eat the Chipotle bowl, which is like 1,200 calories of wasted calories, because it's not a big bowl. It's not a yummy, delicious, oh my God meal. And I'm thinking, rather than that 1,200 calorie Chipotle bowl, it was small, I'd rather eat half of it twice with more volume and be more full than this little Chipotle bowl. Being straight up honest, I would need 3 of those Chipotle bowls to feel somewhat full if I fasted till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. At least 3. That's 3,600 calories, which is more than I eat in a day on average. So if I followed his diet plan, I would in one meal eat more calories than my entire day, and then I would be like, oh my God, I'm still hungry, and I would still want to eat before bed, and I wouldn't have as much muscle as I do because I wouldn't be maximizing muscle protein synthesis.
For me, if I'm cutting on 2,200 calories, I'm going to be eating 5 meals a day. I'm looking at 400 to 500 calories a meal. Now, if you know what 400 to 500 calories a meal is, it's not very much.
So don't eat 5 meals. Eat 3 meals. And eat 700 calories in each meal. And eat breakfast, lunch, and supper. And then, if you want a snack of some protein before bed, have a protein before bed, and a little tiny bit, and guess what? You're at your 2,250 calorie diet that you just had. You had 3 meals spread out every 6 hours, every 5 hours, whatever it works out to. And you follow that, then you have much more chance of growth. You're not fasting all the time. You're not skipping all these meals, and it works. They think it's 5 or 6 meals a day. I have clients that eat 3 to 5 meals a day. That's the truth. Most is 4 to 5. The 3s are rare. I have snacks. He has snacks. The only difference is my setup makes more sense.
Not everyone wants to be cooking and cleaning all day long.
Oh, but you can't clean dishes all the time. What is wrong with you people? Are you that lazy? Clean dishes. Have you ever heard of a dishwasher? Door, done. 15 seconds, clean dishes. What is wrong with you? I don't get it. Oh, but it's easier to line up at... You go to a fast food joint and you stand in line for 10 minutes and you say, hi, I want to order this, please. And you pay way more money than my diet would cost because you're buying food and eating at home. You have to drive to the store, drive here, go pick it up, or you're going to have to pay for Uber Eats to come and drive and drop it off to your house. This is insane. To say that it's too much work to clean the dishes. How much dishes are in a friggin' banana and a protein bar? How many dishes do you have to clean if you eat some Greek yogurt out of the jar? One plate has your food and one fork. Plate in the dishwasher, fork in the dishwasher. 4 days later, when it's full, you press start, clean in an hour, and you put it in the friggin' cabinet. It takes 2 minutes. So this stupid friggin' I'm too lazy to clean all the time is just stupid. How lazy have we become as a society? I'm guessing you're the same people that never wash your bed sheets for a month. You never make your bed, and you never wash your clothes. You wear the same freaking shirt 5 days in a row. Oh, it's too much work to clean my clothes. Why would I do that when I could just wear the same thing for a week?
Now, if you know what 400, 500 calories a meal is, it's not very much. It's not very much.
It's not very much, he emphasizes. Yet if he saw what I eat for 400 to 500 calories, he would be like, how do you eat all that? How? What kind of stomach do you have that allows you to eat 500 calories in one sitting? Because it's low calorie dense foods, not high calorie packed food. Yeah, if you eat nuts, 400 to 500 calories, not a lot. If you eat peanut butter, not a lot. You eat Rice Krispie Squares, it's not a lot. If you eat ice cream, it's not a lot. If you eat or drink wine, it's not a lot. But if you eat what I eat, it's a lot. So I am positive if he tried to eat my 500 calorie meals, I could give him 10 of them, that he would be stuffed more than his 1,200 calorie Chipotle meal.
Most of my dinners are 12 to 1,400 calories. So we're talking about like a third.
It sounds like he's eating all these meals. One of his meals is that. One in a day. Singular. Most is majority. Most of his meals are 200 to 300 calories. Why do I say that? Because he has a chocolate bar ice cream before bed, that's 200 to 300 calories, say. And he has a Rice Krispie Square, 200 to 300 calories. So that's most of his meals. Because he only has 3, and 2 of them are junk food, and 1 is a real meal. How are we going to even debate this? This is silly.
So by no means can I ever be satisfied and stick to a program for day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, eating 400 to 500 calorie meals. And I like to enjoy life.
Oh, he likes to enjoy life. He likes going out to dinner. Yeah, I never go out to dinner. Yeah, okay. I just never go out to dinner. I mean, do I even need to comment on this? I go out to dinner and I eat. Guess what I do with my clients? If they want a cheat meal, and they're on a 5 meal a day diet, and the cheat meal app happens right here. That's meal 1, that's meal 2, that's meal 3. It's right here. Guess what happens? These 2 meals, look at that. They're now 1 meal. See this? Meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4. How many meals are they eating in a day now? 4, 5, 4. If each of their meals is 500 calories, 500 plus 500, 1,000. Can they still go out to eat and enjoy life? Yes, because they can have a 1,000-calorie meal at that flippin' restaurant. Was that so hard to understand? See what being a school teacher for 11 years has allowed? It's allowed me to teach so people can understand. That is simple. If he makes response 3 and says, I don't understand how the 2 meals and the... No, don't do response 3.
Greg, you might think that, eating 5 meals a day is the most enjoyable strategy for everyone.
No, I don't. I ask my clients, custom plan. How many times do you want to eat a day? What do I think is the best? 5 is often the answer, but it's not always. It's 3, 4, or 5. It's 3, 4, or 5. So it's not 5. If you don't want to eat 5 meals a day, don't be like, well, I can't hire Coach Greg because he'll make me eat 5 meals a day and I only want to eat 4. So no. It's done. It's not even a debate.
You're overcomplicating something that doesn't even matter.
What I'm gathering from this is I don't have cool enough hair. Like, if I had longer hair here and I could do this a bit and, like, look in the camera better and be, like, sexier, that, like, more people would believe me.
Sure, you can say, oh, just, common sense, you gotta eat 30 grams of protein every 3 hours to keep it.
Nope, I'm not saying that, and I'm against it. I think it's stupid to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So there you go. So he agrees with me, but then he uses pretending that I think the opposite of what he does to help defend himself for an argument. So then people will read in the comments, yeah, man, you showed him eating every 2 to 3 hours is stupid. That stupid Coach Gregg. I don't even think that. I don't think it at all. I say you should eat every 4 to 5 hours. That's roughly where I'm at here. So I don't even agree with it. So I'm not perpetuating some myth in the fitness industry. My freaking channel is about destroying stupid myths. One of them is that you fast and it's better for fat loss and you build more muscle because your growth hormones levels are higher. No, it's just ridiculous. It's not true. You're not going to build more muscle by fasting. No, you are not, okay? If you were, all the IB pros would all fast 16 hours a day. Maybe they'd eat every 2 days. Geez, let's fast even longer. We'll build even more muscle. No, that's not how it works.
In fact, there's plenty of studies, and I'll post some in the description, showing superior effects in body composition to the group that ate the lower meal frequency, that did more fasting.
So now you're quoting studies to prove that fasting is better for adherence to weight loss and building muscle and all this stuff. And it's quote studies. There's thousands of studies, and you pick one or two cherry-picked to try to prove what your point is. And then the dropout rate of the people who are fasting is like close to 30%. Now, in most studies, people drop out, but it's usually around like 5%. So they do a study and say you just eat once a day or whatever, and you get 5 times more people drop out than normal. Why? Because they're fasting once a day and it sucks and they're getting punched in the face to eat and they hate it. So even these studies, they report, like the cherry-pick studies you have with 15 people in the study or less, and they just basically summarize it by saying, yeah, fasting can improve your health markers, like your blood work could get better. It can help you lose fat, yeah, sure. And maybe maintain and not like lose too much muscle. Last I checked, I'm trying to build muscle. And most people want to build muscle. You can fast and maintain your muscle. How about you don't fast, you eat more often, and you build muscle? That seems better to me. I don't know. I mean, you can cherry pick 2 studies to try to support your argument the best you can. And we're going to go with the 2 that have high dropout rates and hardly any participants in the study to say that fasting is better. And then people make stupid videos saying I'm wrong because they read one of those studies and say Gregg's research is from the 1920s and 50s or 70s. It's not true. Stop trying to win debates with me, people. It doesn't make sense.
They resonated with my approach, and that's how I've transformed thousands and thousands of people that could never build the body they wanted.
I don't doubt it. I believe that to be true. Not everyone can do these stupid every 3-hour meals, 6 meals a day, broccoli and chicken. Then he says, what I'm doing is I'm basically bringing back the old way of doing everything and just continuing on with old invented methods. So, my French toast, popcorn, protein brownies, wraps, and all these delicious recipes, and eating 3 to 5 meals a day, and allowing snack options is old way of doing things, and I'm just copying it. I've copied it.
What you're doing, and it's fine, is that you're basically promoting the kind of original agenda of fitness.
I have the most revolutionary diet in the history of the freaking world. And you're saying I'm copying, and you're making people fast. You're the copier. You don't think that there's fad diets out there where you do intermittent fasting? What am I? Am I keto? No, I'm not copying that. Am I carnivore? No. Am I vegan? No, I'm not copying anything. I created the whole thing on how do I eat and not be freaking starving all the time and maintain a lean physique. It's from doing 58 shows and doing this for 25 years. And it's developed over the time to get to this point. That's what's happened.
Show me the research. Show me the research where eating 2-3 meals a day, getting in matched amounts of protein is inferior.
There's lots of research, and I'm not gonna do your job for you just because you're too lazy to look it up because you copy your stupid 1 or 2 cherry-picked studies and you want me to show you research. Is it my job to show you research? That's your job. Aren't you a coach? You do the research. You research it, figure it out, and then you can change your freaking diet plans to allow people to eat breakfast. Why are you eating amino acids for breakfast if you don't need protein in the morning? Why? Why aren't you really fasting? Breakfast, it's a break from fasting. Why are you eating amino acids for breakfast? You're actually eating breakfast. You're eating just a small, not enough of it. Eat 2 slices of French toast that you made in bulk at the start of the week. Make 15 French toasts like I do, and eat 2 of them for breakfast 7 days a week, and problem solved. And then do everything else the same, except instead of eating a 1,200 calorie Chipotle, eat a 900 calorie one. Instead of having wine, don't drink the wine. Instead of the Rice Krispie square, don't eat the Rice Krispie. It's so simple. Just make small changes and your diet will be fine. But you think waking up once a week and making French toast that you can pop in the toaster, bloop, 90 seconds later, breakfast is served, that's too much work. Oh, we have to clean those dishes. Use the same freaking dish over and over again if you're that lazy. Man.
If I eat 100 grams of protein, that could very well take, especially if there's fats and veggies that will slow down absorption. That could take 20 hours to absorb and digest.
These questions a lot. How much protein can you absorb? Blah, blah, blah. I eat like 100 grams of protein for breakfast in my French toast. Whatever. I eat a big breakfast. I like big breakfast. Doesn't mean you need to. I don't say you do exactly what I do. But here's the point. Certain foods digest quicker than others, okay? If you have steak and you eat a lot of steak, it's not going to digest super quick. So it's going to be in your stomach longer. So if you eat the last meal before bed and it's steak, the amino acids will trickle in slowly over the entire night. Versus a whey protein, only in a few hours it's gone. It's absorbed more quickly. And then the digestion rate can be slowed through fiber and fats, for example. So you have the overall glycemic index. It's the glycemic load of the entire meal. So for example, people criticize me. How can you eat French toast? There's bread in it. Fast-acting, carb glycemic index. It's dipped in a shit ton of freaking egg whites, which is going to slow the absorption, and I'm eating it with like bananas and blueberries and other things with fiber, and it's going to slow it, and it's going to give me energy. That's why I can eat breakfast at 7 a.m., and I don't need to eat sometimes till 12 to 2 o'clock even, because there's so much food there. So I agree with him there. But he agrees with me. I know this. It's like he's trying to teach me when I could be his teacher, okay? I was a school teacher, literally, not lying, not making it up. I was a teacher, okay? I did this. I taught physically active living. I taught nutrition in school. I literally was the school teacher. And you would line up in class with all your kids. Hi, Mr. Doucette. How are you today? And then the apple and the whole thing. I did it. I was a teacher. And I would teach nutrition and teach these concepts. It happened. So you don't need to teach me. I was the teacher. Subscribe. Click bell buttons. Subscribe and bell. Do it now. Not later. Not after. Not tomorrow. Go subscribe to Gregg O'Gallagher so that you can go make fun of him. Maybe we can get him several more thousand subs. All fans of mine. We can go on his internet and say, hey, how's the diet working? Did you enjoy that sparkling water and plain coffee? I'm just here eating my French toast, eating my popcorn, reading the comments. All right, so that wraps it up. Another video over here, Gregg O'Gallagher. You gotta, if this is the first one, you're missing out. And something not related to Gregg, because I mean, you can only handle so much of these 2 Greggs. Over here, GreggDoucette.com for coaching, for the best coaching, not just regular coaching. Gregg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Instagram, let's check out what's going on there. And until next time, I am out to go eat French toast. Boom!